So, to start off, this is Holly Ness, this is Izzy Oakjaro. They're phenomenal meetings with me this meeting. There's so many symbolic meetings right now. If you're an English teacher, you probably love this. I would like to thank the Relay Committee for honoring me with this opportunity to speak tonight. I will basically be telling the story of someone I believe exemplifies the fight back mentality and some quotes from her favorite book, The Fault in Our Stars, because in my opinion they express what I was feeling better than I can. November 2012. I was a sophomore and I remember hearing rumors about Hannah Metzler. I grew up with Hannah and had been friends with her, but we were never super close. The rumors were about Hannah having a brain tumor. I had class with her later that day, and that's where the rumors were confirmed. But she made it seem like it was no big deal. She made it seem like it was something a Band-Aid could fix, like it was a nuisance. She was going to fight back. I thought, okay, this stinks, and I'm going to do whatever I can to help her and her friends and family. We were put next to each other in sophomore choir, and that's when we really clicked. Hannah Metzler was someone who made everyone feel validated and feel like they mattered. We would text all the time and hang out when she could, and slowly she became an integral part of my world. As much as we talked, she didn't talk about her disease. I mean, physical changes happened and she wasn't in school all the time, but I tried to be the person that she didn't have to talk to about it. But also a person she could confide in. She was fighting privately, and I respected that. In those moments, our fearlessness was our secret weapon. One of the highlights of 2013 was the Crush Cancer concert. It took place in April of 2013. The concert was organized by the Metzlers and the Schwarz family and held at FHS. I know that it took a lot of effort. It was amazingly produced, and I know that with all the reality hitting Hannah and her family at the time about her disease, it couldn't have been easy to put on a smile and be as amazing as they were that day. As they always are, you know. We raised over $15,000 in 2013, and I remember the smile on Hannah's face when she was on stage next to the check, which was held by Blake Cognata's family and friends. It was something she planned, but it wasn't about her. She was a selfless person, always giving back, and this exemplified that. Even with her own struggles, she wanted to use all that attention to fundraise and spread awareness. I even remember when there was an article written about her, and she was actually confused. I wanted to say to her, "You are so busy being you, you have no idea how truly unprecedented you are." But she didn't understand that. She wanted to fight back and remember a fallen warrior. June 2013 was a very hard month. I received a text from Hannah, and it said that she had a second tumor. Actually, she prefaced with, "I don't want you to worry," but once again, she was thinking of me, making sure I didn't worry. She was always worrying about her friends when she shouldn't have been. And I told myself, don't worry. Worry is useless. But I worried anyway. It was over the summer when she started getting sicker, and oddly we got closer. She was part of my routine, get up, text Hannah. My goal was to give Hannah a forever in a number of days, no matter what that number was. I went on vacation for 2 weeks that summer, and we were in constant contact through the whole time. She texted me during that time with a worry she had, a worry of leaving us behind. I said something to the effect of, "Hannah Metzler, it would be an honor to have my heart broken by you." And I believe those words because a friendship with Hannah Metzler was a gift, and everyone who was honored with one knew it even before she was diagnosed. When I got home, I went to see her for the first time in a while. Things had gotten a bit worse since the last time I saw her. Physically, things were not great, but despite all of it, she wasn't going to give up. We were making plans on how to jazz up her wheelchair for Halloween, and me being the conductor of the Hannah Express as I wheeled around her around school. She was a fighter, and fighters don't stop until they've tried everything. Stopping wasn't an option. We started school in September of last year with high hopes. Hannah was going to school for a few periods of the day, including lunch, which we had together. She was the light of my day for the time she was in school, and though it wasn't consistent, it made me happy to know there was a chance of she was coming to school that day, a chance of normalcy. I I knew that things weren't going great, but I refused to let myself think about anything else than that moment. She was fighting and I was going to also. And man, was she fighting hard. She was going through so much and still living her life. Whether it be through social media or texting, she was still very much a part of everything, even though she was at home. But the reality is, all salvation is temporary. As we got into February and March, we realized the truth of the illness. We found out about other tumors, and we found out that Hannah might lose her battle. Now, March 27th, I received a call. It hurt like hell. You don't get to choose if you get hurt in this world, but you do have a choice in who hurts you. And I like my choices. It hurt because she mattered. I finally understood the quote, "Grief does not change you, it reveals you." And it revealed things about myself that I truly believe Hannah inspired within me. And for that I am eternally grateful. Hannah made her family promise that they would hold the Crush Cancer concert with or without her. She knew this battle was going to end, and she wanted us to make sure we keep fighting the war. And love is keeping a promise anyway. We held that concert and raised over $30,000 for the Bright Eyes Fund, Teens Living with Cancer, and the Hannah Metzler Memorial Fund. Watching Hannah's cousins walk out, each holding a number of how much we had raised, and Luke Metzler being speechless, reminded me why we do this, why we fight, why we are all here today. Our fight against cancer is a war, and we have lost too many good soldiers not to keep fighting. The contributions we make today to the American Cancer Society will help fight battles. They might save one soldier and give another family hope. By being here today, you have already become a soldier in our war, and for that I thank you. I hope that you are glad you enlisted, and I hope you will join me and fight back against cancer. So now, we're going to take a fight back, walk around the track, and we're going to listen to the song, a song that Hannah loved called Sing Together by Train. So I hope you guys will join me.